Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the absolutely bizarre story of a single word, a word that now defines a global financial movement. It started as a drunken typo, became this legendary meme, and is now, no joke, an official part of the language of Wall Street. And that word is HODL.
So let's get right into it. What on earth does HODL even mean? I mean, at first glance, it just looks like someone misspelled hold, right? And if that's what you thought, well, you're not wrong. But you're also not entirely right either.
Okay, so let's dive into the origin story here. Because this entire global phenomenon, this massive investment philosophy that moves markets, it all began with a simple human error. And yeah, a fair amount of whiskey.
All right, let's go back in time to the exact moment this word was born. It's the story of a legendary typo that just completely took on a life of its own.
What's really incredible is how specific we can be about this. We know the date, December 18th, 2013. A user named GameKyuubi logs onto the Bitcoin Talk forum, and at exactly 10:03 a.m. UTC, he hits publish on this emotional, rambling, typo-filled post. And get this, within an hour, just 1 hour, that typo was a full-blown internet meme.
The title of his post was, simply, "I am holding." And in the post itself, he wrote, "I typed that title twice because I knew it was wrong the first time. Still wrong. W-E ever." I mean, you gotta love the self-awareness. He knew it was wrong, he tried again, it was still wrong, and he was just like, whatever. It was that raw human honesty that people immediately latched onto.
So why was he holding on to his Bitcoin while the price was crashing? He explained it with brutal honesty. It's because I'm a bad trader and I know I'm a bad trader. He wasn't pretending to be some financial whiz, he was just admitting his own limitations, and it turns out that was super relatable. And then he laid out this simple, powerful piece of logic that basically became an entire philosophy. He said, you only sell in a bear market if you are a good day trader or an illusioned noob. The people in between hold. He was basically reframing doing nothing as the absolute smartest move for the average person caught in all that chaos. And just like that, what started as one guy's slightly drunk, misspelled rant on a forum turned into this powerful, unifying rallying cry. It finally gave a name to a feeling that thousands of other small-time investors had, that in the face of absolute chaos, maybe the best strategy is to just hold on.
So this thing evolved, and fast. It went from just being a funny typo to a serious financial philosophy. It turned from a meme into a core tenet of the entire crypto world.
The community loved the typo so much, they actually worked backward to give it a meaning. It's called a acronym. So now, hold on officially stands for hold on for dear life. And it describes a really clear strategy. You hang on to your assets no matter how wild the price swings get.
The core belief here goes right back to GameKyuubi's original rant. The idea is that the crypto market is just insanely volatile, and most of us, let's be honest, are pretty terrible at timing it. So if you can resist that primal urge to panic sell, it's often the best strategy for the long haul.
So you might be wondering, how is this different from a regular buy and hold strategy in the stock market? Well, think of it this way. Buy and hold is usually data-driven, based on things like company earnings. HODL is much more belief-driven. It's all about the community culture, and it's specifically designed to handle the kind of extreme ups and downs you just don't see in traditional markets.
But HODL didn't stay as a single word for very long. It quickly became the foundation for a whole ecosystem of crypto slang and culture.
See, to be a true hodler, you have to fight against two incredibly powerful emotions that anyone who's ever invested knows all too well, FUD and FOMO. And to help win that fight, the community built up its own special vocabulary. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, all that negative news that you're just supposed to ignore. FOMO is the fear of missing out, that powerful urge to chase a price that's already soaring. If you can resist all that and hold on, you're praised for having diamond hands. But if you cave and sell, you get called out for having paper hands. And what do you do if the price drops? Well, the community's battle cry is BTFD. Buy the, well, you get it, dip.
So we've covered the meme and the strategy. But now we get to the most surprising part of this whole story, the HODL legacy, and how this internet joke actually infiltrated the real-world market.
And this is where the story gets really, really wild. We are way beyond internet slang at this point. This humble little meme has officially broken through and entered the vocabulary and even the infrastructure of the traditional financial mainstream.
You want proof? Okay, check this out. In January 2024, the major investment firm VanEck launched a Bitcoin Trust ETF. This is a regulated financial product, something you can buy in a normal brokerage account. And what official stock ticker did they pick for it? You guessed it, HODL.
And the influence doesn't even stop there. There is a decentralized finance token on the Binance Smart Chain that is literally called the HODL coin, and its entire purpose is to reward its users for holding on. The meme has literally become the asset itself.
So when you really step back and look at the whole picture, it's a truly amazing journey. What began as one person's intoxicated typo on an obscure internet forum is now, officially and undeniably, part of the language of Wall Street.
Which leaves us with one last big question. Is the whole HODL philosophy a kind of wise long-term discipline in a world that feels scarily volatile? Or is it actually a dangerous dogma that encourages investors to ignore genuine risks and hold on for dear life when maybe they should be letting go? That's the billion-dollar question at the heart of this legendary typo.